Today on CJ at the Movies, it's time for me to say goodbye to the 20 worst movies of the 2010s. I'm Chris Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, I'll be sharing a few of my 20 worst movies of the 2010s, all before the year 2020. Let's take a look. Number 20, Independence Day Resurgence from 2016. It was the 20-year-old sequel to the 1996 box office smash, which I didn't care for to begin with, and this was nothing more than a redundant and idiotic flop.
That is definitely bigger than the last one.
Number 19, Sex Tape from 2014. Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz are both whiny and degrading as a couple trying to regain their buzz. This was one of Cameron Diaz's last films before her retirement, but this movie made me queasy and negative.
No, deal!
Siri, how do you perform CPR on a dog?
Number 18, Jack and Jill from 2011, with Adam Sandler in a double role as twins who found themselves with a number of Razzies.
Are you going bald?
Huh?
No, you're getting fatter and your hair doesn't realize it needs to cover more face.
Okay.
Number 17, R.I.P.D. from 2013. This is the worst Ghostbusters and Men in Black splice I've ever seen, with Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges as dead law enforcers who battle some of the ugliest monsters in cinema history. I'm glad this bombed at the box office.
Notice was pretty durable. Still hurts.
Number 16, 50 Shades of Grey from 2015. Based on E.L. James's novel, this love story was so stupid and pointless that I didn't even dish on its sequels. Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson both act like they're aliens who acknowledge that men are dominant and women are weak.
I like to see your face. Gives me some clue what you might be thinking.
So you're a control freak?
I exercise control in all things.
It must be really boring.
My sister watched this, and even she agreed this is horrible filmmaking. Number 15 is a tie vote between Transformers Age of Extinction from 2014 and The Last Knight from 2017. If you're a fan of Michael Bay's bombastic violence and poor acting from such talented stars, then these are the movies for you.
We need a new army.
You better believe it, and you also better believe that Grown Ups 2 from 2013 is my number 14 choice of Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, and David Spade, all trapped in a sequel with toilet humor aimed at kids and a PG-13 rating too insulting for adults.
Excuse me for a second.
Open the window.
Why don't you open it, you...
Yet another bomb for Opera Man is Blended from 2014 as my number 13 choice. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore were both fine in The Wedding Singer and 51st Dates, but this was nothing more than a mean, cold, loud, obnoxious, and insupportable ripoff of the Brady Bunch and Step by Step.
What happened to her face?
I painted it. She's a kitty cat.
No, he's a good daddy. He's a bad daddy. He makes us look like the Walking Dead.
Number 12, Vacation from 2015. It's important that when you have kids, always tell them to see the original Vacation from 1983 when they get older, and not this ugly, predictable, and mean-spirited piece of toilet waste. In fact, that's what Ed Helms and Christina Applegate swam in.
I don't think this is a hot spring.
Found a dart.
Are you crazy?
Number 11, Hot Pursuit from 2015 with Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara giving performances that left me with a painful headache.
I should call the police.
No, I am the friggin' police. Don't you see? You're free to go.
But I totaled your car.
I said you're free to go! This accident's gonna be all jacked up.
Number 10, You Again from 2010 with Christian Bale and Jamie Lee Curtis going against their enemies. Who ever said this was a filmable concept? I just hated it for its crass behavior.
Oh, Kitty likes to scratch.
Number 9, Movie 43 from 2013 with Chris Pratt, Anna Faris, Halle Berry, Richard Gere, and a cavalcade of stars trapped in an anthology that's based on excrements, male organs, and pricks. This is sure to be on everyone's worst of the decade list.
It's very important to us that Kevin has a normal and complete high school experience.
Dropped your books, fart face.
Hey guys! Come check out this kid's weird...
Wow.
Number 8, The House from 2017, a depressing comedy with Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler as parents who start their own casino, but their lack of common sense prove they obviously haven't seen Ocean's 11, and thus their sense of humor is brainless and violent.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm gonna do this.
No, I'm gonna do this.
Hey. Don't play around with, come on! Oh!
Number 7, Joyful Noise from 2012. Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton are two of the finest talents around, but their chemistry is shattered by their generic bickering and parenting. This gospel comedy left me feeling unhappy.
Well, I am who I am.
Well, maybe you were 5 procedures ago.
Number 6, Jupiter Ascending from 2015, with Mila Kunis as a whiny Chicago housemaid and Channing Tatum as her human-alien hybrid hunk. The Wachowskis were Matrix geniuses until they made this bore fest, also with wall-to-wall special effects and a cheesy love story. This was basically 2015's Battlefield Earth.
I have more in common with a dog than I have with you.
I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
Number 5, Dirty Grandpa from 2016. Robert De Niro and Zac Efron are both humiliating in this crass and gross sex comedy, complete with bad characters, pathetic writing, and obvious gags. I bet you wish you appreciated Todd Phillips' Road Trip more.
Listen!
She's not right for you. If you marry her, you're gonna be sleepwalking through the rest of your life. The way I see it, this is our last stand.
Number 4, The Other Woman from 2014, with Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, and Kate Upton. At the time of its release, I was accused of hating chick flicks because of my negative response towards this movie. I admire chick flicks as long as they're smart and never treat women like pieces of meat.
I can't believe he would lie.
You smell amazing. What is that?
I think it's just sweat.
One of the people who accused me of hating chick flicks, a 15-year-old boy, said, and I quote, "With 3 beautiful women like that, I give it 5 out of 5. That's an example of sexism, and this movie was completely sexist." Number 3, Horrible Bosses 2 from 2014. I knew it would be a bad idea to do a sequel to the 2011 comedy hit, but what really got to me is how the filmmakers made our heroes, Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis, dumber, and the villain, Chris Pine, a vicious psycho.
Okay, I think I'll call the police. This little one assaulted me. What? He's Fight Club himself! We got a Fight Club!
And the ending proves that Horrible Bosses 2 was basically a remake in disguise. I'm ecstatic we didn't get a Horrible Bosses 3. Number 2, The Boss from 2016, an implausibly bad comedy that made a profit but wasted Melissa McCarthy and Christian Bell. Their dialogue and situations attacked me emotionally to the point of me cursing about this movie on a plane as it was an in-flight movie. But that's just the tip of the iceberg compared to what else McCarthy made later.
That sweater just says, I give up.
You're making me feel very insecure right before my date. Don't.
If you could hear these sad basset hounds, they'd be saying, Claire, put us above
That's
your
not what my
waist.
boobs sound like.
Please don't zip me up in your jeans.
And the worst movie of the decade was my choice of the worst movie of 2018, The Happy Time Murders. McCarthy's raunchy puppet comedy was joking the joke, which means that it was supposed to be funny when puppets cursed, drank, did drugs, and have orgasms. This was nothing more than a disturbing and offensive riot.
Is Phil in?
He's servicing a client.
Is that what I think it is?
Here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go.
Out of all the raunchy comedies to be produced this decade, none was more demeaning than The Happy Time Murders. Well, those are the worst movies I saw this decade. If you like this list and other reviews coming up, please subscribe to my channels, and you can also read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com. I'm Chris Zweig, and I'll see you at the movies.